our viewers all around the world. I'm John Walls.
And I'm Amra Walker. Gun violence is once again grabbing the world's attention.
This time, though, it happened in the UK, where guns are not commonplace.
Making it all the more shocking, the victim was a member of Parliament, and Thursday night Londoners came to the Palace of Westminster to pay tribute to Jo Cox.
The 41-year-old Labour Party MP was stabbed and shot Thursday after meeting with constituents. She died a short time later.
Now, police have detained a suspect, 52-year-old Tommy Mayer. They are searching his home for clues and a possible motive.
CNN's senior diplomatic editor, Nick Robertson, has more.
It was a brazen attack in broad daylight. A peaceful suburban street turned into a scene of horror. British MP Jo Cox stabbed and shot outside a library in Bristol, Northern England. Her attacker, a 52-year-old man, arrested nearby, several weapons recovered. Another man also injured at the scene. Cox had been meeting constituents before eyewitnesses describe hearing screams in the street.
And they weren't normal screams then. They were like panicking. And then like when we looked down the road, there was a woman lay on the floor.
Cox was taken to a nearby hospital, but doctors couldn't save her.
I am now very sad to have to report that she has died as a result of her injuries. Before going into further detail, I would like to express our deepest sympathies to her family and friends at this tragic time.
She has been an MP since last May, a member of the opposition Labour Party. Her party described her deep commitment to humanity and a strong sense of public duty.
The thing that surprises me time and time again as I travel around the constituency is that we are far more united and have far more in common than that which divides us.
That community is now reeling at her loss.
You struggle for words because you don't expect it.
With it being a public figure, well, with anyone being shot in a town centre, it's quite saddening.
This whole community is in shock, and none, of course, in more shock and deeper mourning than Jo Cox's husband, Brendan Cox. He's released a statement. It's powerful and it's poignant. I'm going to read it to you. Jo believed in a better world, and she fought for it every day of her life with an energy and a zest for life that would exhaust most people. She would have wanted two things above all else to happen now. One, that our precious children are bathed in love. And two, that we all unite against the fight against her, the hatred that killed her. Hate doesn't have a creed, race or religion. It is poisonous. Cox was a vocal advocate of Britain remaining in the EU. She and her family had been involved in campaigning ahead of next week's referendum. Both the Leave and Remain camps have now suspended their campaigns as a mark of respect.
She was an MP, great campaigning MP with huge compassion, with a big heart, and people are going to be very, very sad at what has happened.
A moment for the country to pause and remember the service of one of its youngest and most promising lawmakers as police try to establish a motive for this vicious killing. Nick Robertson, CNN, Bristol, England.
CNN's Max Foster joins us now live from London. So, Max, what's the latest on the investigation, and what else do we know about the suspect?
Well, very little overnight, really. We have no updates from the police at all, and everyone asking the same question: why did she die? What was the motive? Nick was talking there to that, and there's no sense of that whatsoever. There is this constant talk around, what this alleged attacker said as he went in for the kill, as we now know it to be. And a lot of people suggesting that he was from Britain First, which is a nationalist group, which of course plays into this wider Brexit debate that we've got in this country right now. That campaign has stopped for a day. We don't know that it was directly linked in any way at all, but it's this killing is affecting that huge political campaign carrying on right now. And as we know from Nick's reporting there, she was standing for Remain within the European Union for the UK. So a huge story here, not just because we've learnt so much about her as an MP, a fantastically popular campaigning MP, very young in her career, only been in Parliament for a year, had so much potential, and the horrific nature of the attack as well, but what it means for wider politics, what it means for this wider campaign playing up to the vote next week. It's a It's really taken the country by surprise, and it's shocked people in this part of the country. It was described to me yesterday by a local councillor who knew her very well, who went to school with her, as a sleepy area. And I think people are really, really affected locally, but also nationally by this, John.
Well, and Max, I would imagine, because this was such a shocking and brazen attack, I wonder how the other MPs are feeling in terms of their security, because in the UK it is common, right, that the public does have pretty easy face-to-face access to a member of parliament. Do you think security around MPs will change now?
Well, certainly some MPs are saying they're not going to carry out their surgeries today. They've all the surgeries, these meetings with constituents, and yeah, I mean, Jo Cox had a weekly one, and she was famous.